Also, Complex has put out their 10 most influential women in sports. And Angel Reese is not going to like this because, well, she got beaten by Caitlin Clark for number 1.
Angel Reese was just dunked by Caitlin Clark, who crossed her over and left her ankles and influence on the ground. Someone should check on her. Did Clark pull up from the logo and take aim at Angel's entire brand? Did the internet finally acknowledge who is in charge of women's basketball? Clark was ranked as one of the most influential female athletes. This rating could make you cry more than the locker room at LSU, so get some popcorn.
Announcing the top 10 most influential athletes right now. These athletes are reshaping culture. Caitlin Clark, check. Breaking records. Caitlin Clark, check. Proving their impact goes far beyond the game, from sold-out arenas to game-changing moves in business and fashion. These women are leading the way. If this is a top 10 list, then sitting on the top of that list, there's only one right answer. There's only one correct choice.
Another year, another loss for Angel Reese, but this time it's not in the stat sheets, on the court, or even in the never-ending Twitter arguments she can't stop. This one hurts much more. Officially, Caitlin Clark has been chosen the most influential female athlete of 2025. Let's be honest, was there ever a competition? Oh wait, Angel Reese probably thought it was cute.
And Angel Reese is not going to like this because, well, she got beaten by Caitlin Clark for number 1. Yeah, so we're going to take a look at that. I think it's hilarious. I will tell you right off the bat, I don't believe there's a singular world, where Angel Reese should be ahead of Simone Biles either. There, I put that out loud.
It must be hard for someone who takes pride in being that girl to consistently come in second to the actual star. It's like Caitlin Clark is playing chess and Angel is constantly trying to figure out how to move the pieces. While Angel Reese's greatest contribution inspired a whole new generation of bitter losers and left a legacy to be sincerely proud of, Clark simply keeps winning, whether it's setting records, headlining primetime games, or genuinely influencing the sport in a meaningful way.
The woman who's been putting women's basketball on her back for the better part of 3 years now. These athletes are reshaping culture. Caitlin Clark has men watching women's basketball.
And let's talk about influence. Real influence is getting both new and old fans to watch women's basketball, selling out arenas, and forcing executives to make billion-dollar TV deals at your feet. Influence is when your name is brought up in discussions alongside the greats due to your actual skill rather than some manufactured drama. When Caitlin Clark enters a gym, the WNBA, NBA, and all sports media outlets go above and beyond to cover her. She doesn't have to ask for respect. It just happens. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, on the other hand, requires constant self-promotion on Twitter and an Olympic-sized victim complex in order to remain relevant.
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game, where the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Cover Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin's college facility, sold out. They went on sale this morning at 9 a.m. for Fever season ticket holders, Iowa donors, and Iowa season ticket holders for women's basketball. And then general admission was supposed to go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm hearing rumblings of like maybe scalpers got in, like the secondary market is already crazy.
Do not be concerned. Angel has her instances, such as the occasion when she gained notoriety for lamenting her lack of treatment akin to Caitlin Clark. This is indeed a misguided approach to garnering influence, as respect is cultivated rather than conjured. If only someone had advised her of this prior to her establishing a career predicated on persuading the public of her oppression, particularly when overshadowed by someone demonstrably superior.
Because when we went to the WNBA games and we went to go watch Caitlin Clark when they came to play the Washington Mystics in DC, and they shut that they had to move the game from the Washington Mystics WNBA arena to the actual Washington arena where the Wizards played, and it was packed. It was sold out for people to see Caitlin Clark. That did not happen the day before that when they went to Chicago to play Angel Reese.
And speaking of better, it's hilarious that whenever Angel Reese attempts to outdo Caitlyn, it backfires miserably. I want to make headlines. Caitlyn accomplishes this by casually scoring 40 points on a Tuesday. As the face of women's basketball, Angel accomplishes this by making a contentious statement and then appearing astonished when people hold her responsible. Let's take a moment to truly appreciate how Caitlin Clark's dominance has exposed Angel Reese's entire gimmick. Caitlyn does it by actually being good at basketball, while Angel does it by attempting to force a rivalry that, let's be honest, only exists in her head and gives main character syndrome without the talent to back it up. The phony arrogance, the tiresome victim story, and the ongoing craving for attention, it's like seeing someone try to convince the world they're a movie star while standing next to an Oscar winner. None of it stands up when placed next to someone who simply lets their game speak for itself.
Collegiate level, Caitlin Clark has broken records. At the professional level, Caitlin Clark has broken records. Viewership, Caitlin Clark has broken records. Attendance, Caitlin Clark has broken records. Merchandise, proving their impact goes far beyond the game. From sold-out arenas to game-changing moves in business and fashion, these women are leading the way. Business and fashion, you saw the NIL deals rolling out. You see the sponsorship deals that she currently...
Caitlin Clark considers herself the name in women's sports. This isn't just about a ranking, it's about what it represents. The world views Caitlin Clark as the future, the leader, and the game changer. Now, with this most recent shame, another L Angel Reese has to watch. Angel Reese is just talking a lot and winning very little. But hey, there's always next year, right? Maybe if she spends less time on social media and more time actually playing basketball instead of being the perpetual underdog, she might finally make the list. Until then, though, she'll just have to settle for what she does best, being the loudest person in the room. While let's be clear, Caitlin Clark continues to demonstrate why she is the one person who really counts. While Caitlin Clark sneezes in the direction of a basketball court and tickets evaporate faster than Angel's humility in a post-game interview, Angel Reese, the self-described queen of influence, couldn't even get enough people to care about her preseason debut with the Chicago Sky. Not even a charity-level sellout for the supposed biggest personality in women's basketball.
So that's what they got on her. Caitlin Clark, she ran away with number one. I don't think that should surprise us. She came away with number one. Caitlin Clark is redefining the entire landscape of women's sports. That's right. Her dominance on the court has shattered outdated narratives about women's sports, proving that women's basketball can be just as marketable and widely watched as men's. But the Caitlin Clark effect goes far beyond her performance. It's reshaping the entire sports landscape. Clark's impact is undeniable. Her presence alone boosts the WNBA attendance by 105%.
When Angel Reese thought she should be on a highly prominent list before she even dribbled in the WNBA Chicago Sky tickets, Indiana Fever tickets vanished like common sense. Let's just say that there are still plenty of them available. On game day, you could literally go up and take your choice. Courtside available nasal beds at the mid-level, don't worry, there aren't nose beds because no one has shown up high enough for them to exist. However, Angel Reese feels that she is on par with Caitlin Clark in terms of impact. Delusion is a strong word, but what else do you call it when someone thinks they are the main character while sitting on an empty stage, as she is currently the basketball equivalent of a band selling tortillas prior to the release of a single song. The funniest part is that there was a demand to see Angel replay, but it wasn't for the reason she believes people wanted to see her play against Clark, the person who really draws crowds, sells merchandise, and yes, makes people care about women's basketball. However, when left to her own devices, it turns out that fans aren't going to the arena just to see someone frown and complain. Who knew?
Look at the price of these tickets. This is like right after the tickets went on sale. So no good seats. $1,142 for a not very good seat. I'm guessing 10 grand minimum courtside to go see Caitlin Clark.
Conversely, Caitlin Clark has been quietly making history with record-breaking viewership, sellouts, and jerseys flying off the shelves. This isn't the kind of influence you claim after retweeting your own highlights, but sure, Angel, Tell us more about how people should bow to your iconic status while they peacefully browse SeatGeek wondering if they can even give away a Sky ticket. Reese's ability to fill stadiums, inspire a generation, and have WNBA executives rub their hands together like cartoon villains due to her wealth is one of the incredible mental gymnastics needed to believe that she is on Clark's level. Bringing in the other well, she's merely attempting to persuade everyone that her significance isn't solely dependent on Caitlin Clark's existence. Newsflash: if Clark didn't exist, Reese would simply be another player with a lot of attitude and a box score that doesn't scream superstar, but at least she has confidence. It's almost amazing how much self-belief one can have, even while the empty seats behind her tell a totally different tale. Perhaps she can begin anew for those who believe that self-promotion may replace real achievement, venture motivation. It all comes down to identifying your specialization.
The hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark coming back to the city that she owns, coming back to Chicago after Chicago gave her such a warm welcome last year. They threw Barbie night for Caitlin Clark's arrival. They gave her pink towels. The fans were lined up on the side. She was signing autographs. How is Chicago going to welcome Caitlin Clark this next year around? How are they going to top Barbie night in a 9,000 seat arena? Well, easy. We moved Barbie night to a 21,000 seat arena. Venue and date change. Our regular season games against the Chicago Sky are moving to the United.
Angel Reese fans had big dreams this season. They were certain that she was going to dominate, steamroll the league, and make everyone eat their words. The self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie was supposed to be the force, so even if Caitlin Clark sells out another arena and actually delivers, Angel Reese will continue to live in the illusion that she belongs on a most influential list right next to Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and other things people talk about but rarely see in action. Unstoppable, untouchable, a generational talent, and yet we are witnessing her perform layups like a middle school student who only learned the game last week. It's as if someone replaced her hands with oven mitts, layups, bricks, and footwork non-existent defense. Let's just say that if effort were measured in Instagram selfies, she would be the greatest of all time. However, on the court, Angel Reese isn't just suffering. She's out here looking like she lost a bet and had to play basketball as punishment.
Sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese. Stop it. Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok. He's put together a shitload of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest shit. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby.
In the meantime, Caitlin Clark is working out and gaining muscle in a gym as if it were her full-time job because, well, it is while she is honing her trade. Angel is out here demonstrating what happens when you put your vibes ahead of your actual basketball talents. Fans of Reese love to yell about how dominant she was in college, but let's face it, the WNBA isn't college, and the defenders aren't conveniently vanishing every time she touches the ball. When you don't have a size advantage and can't just bully 58 guards under the basket, things get really fast. Let's talk about effort, or the conspicuous lack of it. Reese acts as though she believes the ball will miraculously land in her hands. The hustle is missing, just like her shot attempts. But don't worry, she still has time for social media to ensure that her off-court brand is flourishing while her on-court performance is collapsing faster than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Let's not even start with the turnovers. If giving the ball away was a skill, Angel would be on the first team of the WNBA every game. It's almost impressive how quickly she can turn an offensive possession into a fast break for the opposition. What absurd mistake will she make next?